Welcome, everybody, to Cup with Gup on this Monday, November 8th. Hope you guys are doing good out there. Still battling a little cold myself. Been a fun weekend, long weekend. I thought about not doing this today because it's definitely under the weather, but decided got to get it done. Got to get stuff going for you guys. We had a great weekend, a great week last week. Lots of green screens around there. We hit the Wolf first round leader 50-1, and then the Hovland Peters double parlay for 398-1, which is my highest odds payout ever. So great week. We'll keep it rolling this week with the Houston Open. Plus we got all kinds of football, and today we will talk about Showdown tonight. Should be an interesting, low scoring projected game. Good slate, good strategy slate. We'll get through all that. Right now you can use the code CUP, get 20% off all our packages. That includes a 7-day free trial. Obviously, everybody's on a little bit of a heater over at the corner. Great time to come join us. Get to see us for 7 days. Got 2 more weeks of golf. Then we get a little break. NFL, college football, NBA, the Green Machines, great tool. Friday night took down the NASCAR with Ryan and Jimbo in Slack give some advice on that as well. I just took their advice, their pools, and kind of built my own player pool and let the Green Machine do its deal, and took down the 10K, so that was nice. All slates, all sports are involved in that, so come give us a trial out. I will be doing, so we're doing some enhancements and a few things behind the scenes. I'm going to do a promo video, 5 to 10 minute deal, and I'm going to do several tutorial videos that first week where we don't have golf. I'm set to record all of those and get those out to the not only the public but our premium members as well. So if there's certain things you guys want to see in those tutorial videos and stuff, hit me up on DMs, let me know, and I'll make sure I include those. Rate and review us on iTunes right now. Really helps us out. I am doing a giveaway Thursday on the Hot Route with Ryan. Going to do some Millie Maker ticket giveaways. To get in, all you have to do is rate and review us. Shoot me the screenshot of it. If you've already done it, like say you did it a year ago, do it again. It lets you. It's no big deal. And shoot me the screenshot, and you will be in the drawing. The more I get, the more I give away. Like and subscribe on YouTube. In the comment section, tell me your favorite captain choice for tonight. Right now on Underdog, great website you guys all know about for best ball, but they have tons of sports pick'ems. You can win up to 20x your money, mix and match your sports. We're building some bankroll over there for the best balls when they are released in May. Use the code GUP, get up to $100, dollar for dollar match. The link is in the description if you want to go take care of that right now. NFL-wise, early lines that stick out to me. Crazy day yesterday. I went 3-4 in the Super Contest and really felt good about it, the way everything kind of went out. I survived. One of my survivors I'm still alive in. I had the Ravens, so barely survived that. Tons of people had the Bills and the Cowboys, so it shrunk quite a bit. Hopefully you have escaped the Bengals last week, and then those Bills and Cowboys this week, I think, took a lot of people out, but hopefully you're still alive. Lines that stick out to me, Ravens -7.5 over Dolphins. It's an interesting line. I kind of want to see, it's Thursday, short week. If Ravens weren't on the road, I would definitely like it more. But the Dolphins are kind of, Brissett, but they still didn't look great. They were playing the Texans. Ravens escape, come from behind, start out slow, get the win in overtime. A little bit of sloppy play, but, I think they're getting better and better. Bell looked good when he was in there. Maybe he gets a little more run, or maybe Murray's back. He didn't make it back for Sunday. I lean the Ravens there, but I kind of want to see what happens there. But that's an interesting game in line for me on a Thursday night football. Colts -10. I kind of like that one at home. I think they're the better team. I think they're going to run the ball well, and they need wins. So I really like them at home. That's a big number, but right now I'm leaning that way. Pats pick them at home versus Cleveland. That's a Cleveland coming off a good win. That's one we keep an eye on. I'd love to get the Pats as an underdog at home versus the Browns. Cowboys -9. It's a great bounce back spot. Laid an egg yesterday. Dak's first game back. He'll probably practice all week this week, kind of get back in his rhythm. I expect them to come out and have a big win at home. Titans -3 versus the Saints. That's an interesting spot. I'm not sure which way I want to go. Typically, when you have a big win like that on the road, Titans could have a letdown spot. Saints looked terrible yesterday. Can they bounce back? My only hesitancy is, I don't know if they're settled at their quarterback yet. If this was just a set team, like whoever, say the Cowboys or the Chiefs or something like that, where there's no unknown per se, I'd be on the Saints as a great bounce back spot, and a little bit of a letdown from the Titans. But I got to see what goes on with that quarterback, what they think, if they're just going to stick with him, give Hill a run. That's one I'll keep my eye on. And I like the Rams -4 Monday Night Football against the 49ers. Another kind of like Cowboys, you get embarrassed at home. Sunday Night Football, go right back to another Monday night, big primetime game. I think they show up. 49ers aren't impressive at all right now to me. As long as they got Jimmy G in there, I don't trust them. I love that line, Rams -4 right now. Tonight, we get Steelers -7 over the Bears, over under 39.5. Implied score is Steelers 23.25, Bears 16.25. Guys that are out, Foles, Ebron, Tariq Cohen, Juju, Damian Williams. Questionable, Darryl Mooney. Added late to the report. I think he plays, but something to monitor. Montgomery is expected to come off the IR and come back. First time, I think, since week 4. And then Jimmy Graham came off the COVID list. He's missed the last 2 games. Need to see if he's active tonight. I think that is relevant because of the low-scoring game. I think Graham or Jesse James is a good play. Obviously, Graham would be awesome at $200, where James is $3,000. But we need to see who's in that game. If all are active, I would assume Graham is the second, is the backup to Cole Kmet. And they do a lot of 2 tight ends. So one of those guys I think will get some catches tonight, and we probably want some pieces there. As we saw last night, anything can go in primetime, right? You can't. What's crazy is I was overweight on the Titans D, but I only put them in flex. I flirted with captain. I was like, well, maybe. I just couldn't talk myself into it. Obviously, now that would have been a great call, because many people are the people that did that. One guy won the 300K solo. The guy that won the 222 had the captain Titans D. That's a rarity for a captain, any kind of D, to win in the captain mode. What'll be interesting is I wonder how many people go to that tonight, because they're like, oh, we just had it last night. Low scoring, not very good offenses here. We'll go right back to it. So I don't think it'll be super popular. It's certainly an option tonight. I don't know if I get there yet. But you can. You certainly, kickers, Ds are in play. I mean, Boswell could be a captain option, especially large field MMEs, to get a little bit different. There's some value on the slate, not a ton, but Najee Harris is going to get his. I think Fields could have a big day. I like him as a potential captain option. I think he's cheap for a quarterback captain with running upside. Probably be low owned as captain. I think he'll be decently owned in the flex. I think Claypool's a good captain pivot option off of Deontay Johnson. I love Deontay Johnson. He's certainly viable for captain, but you save $3,100 or $3,300, and which helps if you're trying to jam some studs in. And he can have the big game tonight. That wouldn't be shocking by any means. Deontay gets a lot more of the targets and all that. By no means. I'm just trying to talk through some different options there. Mooney is a guy I like. I've been on him a lot. I've talked about him when they've been on some slates. Just got to make sure he's active. If he's out, maybe a low pivot option there would be to go to Robinson and hope he finally breaks out of the slump, or to go to the tight end for the Steelers, Pat Freiermuth. You got Ebron's out, so he should see the bulk of the work tonight. Big Ben's a guy I probably will be fading or light in the captain. I just don't see much upside there. I'd rather go elsewhere. I'll have him in a lot of flex for sure. Low scoring game type of this. You almost need those quarterbacks most of the time. Probably the biggest thing we got to worry about or figure out tonight is the running back situation in Chicago. Montgomery comes back. But Herbert's been playing really, really good. They'll be able to run the ball on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's given up some rushing yards as of late, and definitely, don't want to get into a situation where they're having to throw it a lot. That's the strength of the Steelers defense, and they can put pressure on the quarterback. But I wonder, because neither one of them, actually they have Montgomery priced higher than Herbert. So you're not getting any discount there, and it's going to be interesting to see how we want to build around that. I lean Herbert right now just because Montgomery's coming off of injury. But that's something we'll have to monitor as we get closer to the game. If we get something that says, hey, Montgomery's starting, that may set up, you go ahead and put him in. I'll have both in my MME pools. Probably the biggest question for me is, do I want to allow both in the same lineup? Doubtful, but that'd be a way to get unique for sure. James Washington, he can have that big play threat, a little priced up, but there's a lot of these guys in my opinion, are priced up tonight just because, you got to make it work. But Washington, Komet, Goodwin, all those guys are way high priced. But this isn't, if it plays out like Vegas expects, you're not really worried about price and value. And you want, because you're going to have a low scoring slate. The raw points are going to matter more than, my $200 guy got me 1.2 points or 2.3 points. It's really going to come down to, can you get a sneaky touchdown from somebody? If we're around that 40, 44 point total, you don't really have to worry about, value or ROI on the dollar spend. It's really about, it's going to be total points scored tonight. You're going to need guys that can score, overall points. So while it may, hard to stomach taking to James Washington for 5,200, if he gets 3 catches, 80 yards, maybe gets a long touchdown in one of those, he's going to be up there and certainly viable. The defenses are in play tonight. I think both, you could see a defensive touchdown, certainly. I'll probably lean the Steelers, but they are more expensive, almost twice the price, to get sacks and stuff like that. Kickers are in play, and like I said, I wouldn't hate Boswell as a captain in some large field MMEs. Ebron is out, so Zach Gentry, he's been getting the reps when Ebron's out. He's kind of a cheap option, 1,800. McFarland made his debut last week. He's still only $200. I think he'll work his way back into the number 2. So you could see him get a lot more carries over like Balaj. So he's a good, like I just talked about, price savings doesn't matter. You got to hope he gets on the field enough to get points. But then again, you may put him in there knowing I may take a 0, but it allows me to get 5 guys that are higher priced who I expect to score more in there, and that's fine. So certainly still an option. And then probably my favorite cheap guy of the night is Ray McLeod, $2,200. They'll get him involved rushing sometimes. He can definitely catch. So I kind of like him tonight. Should be an interesting fun slate to build for. Not a lot of injury concerns or anything like that to worry about. So we should be able to get going and have another fun night. Monkey Knife Fight. I got my play of the night tonight. Use the code GUPS, GUPS. Get up to $100, dollar for dollar match. Link is in the description. Go get on that tonight. I give away picks for NFL, college football, and PGA. I got Harris over 19.5 points, fantasy points, and Justin Fields over 14.5 fantasy points. That is a more or less bet that pays 3.6x your money. That is my play of the night. I wanted to get some action on the Bears stuff, but I just don't trust. The running situation there, without knowing how they're going to split that up, I'm just going to stick with these two for tonight. PGA heads to Houston for the Hewlett-Packard Enterprise Houston Open, a new sponsor there. Coming off a big week last week. Man, I had so much right in DFS, but just couldn't get the combos in the right spot. I just didn't have many 6 of 6s. Like every great lineup, had Wolf, had Gooch, had Hovland, had JT, had Ortiz, and you go through and you look at your line. I was doing my lineup reviews and I was like, every single one of them would have like Vegas -3, missed the cut. And it just one of those weird weeks where you get a lot right. Luckily the betting covered it all with the Wolf first round leader and then the big hit. 2 weeks left, so let's try to finish strong again. You got Burns at 16-1, Cam Smith 18-1, Scheffler 18-1, Hatton 18-1, Sungjae 20-1, Scott 22, and then Wolf, Gooch, Finau all 25-1, leading up the board up there. First observation that kind of stick out to me: Brooks 30-1. This, of course, he helped with the redesign. He's big in the community down there in Houston. Patrick Reed 40-1. You know, started rough last Thursday. Had a 6-under Friday to make the cut. Showing some life there. Kokrak 50-1. Mito 70-1. Ramey 80-1. Higgs 125-1. Apologize. For Telly 150-1 are guys that kind of stick out to me. I'll have the Smash Factor out probably tomorrow morning. Try to let my throat heal a little bit. We're still waiting on pricing. Golf seems to come out late in the football season, golf pricing. So been getting all the rankings and stuff out Monday night, and then just firing up the pod early Tuesday morning. I'll have my initial outright cards out tomorrow as well, and then finalize it all for Wednesday. Tomorrow's Cup with Gup be out tomorrow afternoon. We'll go over the NFL power rankings, some waiver wire pickups, and then deep dive into the Houston Open. Hope you guys have a great day, a blessed evening. Good luck tonight with Monday Night Football. Hopefully we all crush again, and I will see you tomorrow for the Smash Factor. Thanks.